Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of this little mini series where I change the pickups in my Music Man Mariposa. If you want to know why I'm doing this and some of the considerations with the specific electronics that are in this guitar, then do check out part 1, I'll link it up here. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Hey guys, I'm cutting in here just to say this is going to be a really long video, so I will put timestamps down in the description, so please do feel free to jump ahead to any part of the video that you're more interested in. I won't take any offense, I promise. So since that last video, I've done a little bit more digging into the electronics. I've had a look at where the kind of wires go and what have you on the board, and I figured out that I'm pretty confident I can keep the existing switch. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's quite a unique switch that I haven't been able to find a kind of replacement part for in the UK. I can keep that in place along with the wires that are in there. The wires just go to the circuit board, so I can desolder them from the circuit board. The circuit board's coming out anyway, and I can use those wires that are in place. And the same for some of the grounding wires as well, so I'm going to reuse a lot of that. I've also labelled a lot of the cables in there with masking tape, the ones that I'm going to need anyway, so I know like which is the ground wire, which is the live wire, and where exactly they go on the switch and that kind of thing. So, you know, a lot of prep work I've done to make the actual soldering job a little bit easier on myself. I also checked out the pots that I bought. I picked up some CTS 500K long shaft pots. I went with long shaft because I did check out a short shaft one that I had kicking around, and it doesn't look like it would go through far enough for me to be able to screw the nut on the other side. So I've got some long shaft ones which are too long, but thankfully they come with 2 nuts, so you can kind of position them where they come out just the right amount on the top, but you know, are maybe spaced on the back kind of thing. So they will kind of stick up a little bit in the cavity, but they'll be right on the front side, so that's all that really matters. So really there's not much else to say. Let's just get on with the job in hand, and then we'll come back and do some sound comparisons, and I'll tell you what I think about the change. Hey guys, just cutting in here to say if you are enjoying the video, please do consider liking it, subscribing down here somewhere. But yeah, thanks again, and yeah, on with the video. Cheers. spot that problem? Did you see the glaring issue that I completely overlooked while planning this project? Well, just in case you didn't, I'll show you. So this, let me try and get it close. This is the original pickup from the Mariposa, and you can see that the legs are quite short, and of course it's a top-mounted pickup. Well, the Seth Lover pickups have got these long legs.
Mr. Long-Legged Mac Daddy.
And they just don't fit. Well, they fit, so you can put this into the cavity, but the legs just make it stick so far out of the guitar that it's unworkable. And, you know I could have potentially modified these, maybe swap the bass plates over, maybe even swap the bass plates over with the original pickups, cut the legs down or bended them down or what have you. But I just really didn't want to do that. They're expensive pickups. I didn't want to risk damaging them. So I had to have a bit of a rethink. So that was Saturday morning, Saturday 28th of September. Today, when I'm filming this segment, is Thursday the 3rd of October. So quite a bit of time has passed. I just packed everything up at that point. I was like, I'm not going to stress myself out with trying to figure out a solution for this right now. I'm going to put it all away, have a think, and come back to it another day. So I left the guitar in the state it was. I put it all away, kind of completely dismantled as it was, back into its case. Just put it under the bed, to keep it out of the way for now and stop it getting damaged or anything. And then, yeah, I started looking at what I was going to do. Now, as I said in the part 1 video, my favourite pickups are really single coils. And, I didn't really want to steer too far away from the original configuration of this guitar. So I'd gone for humbuckers, partly because I got a good deal on those humbuckers on eBay, and partly because I wanted to kind of stay true to the design of the guitar. But I thought, well, look, that didn't work out. I've got an opportunity to rethink this. Maybe I should go for something different. I still wanted to remain fairly true to the original look of the Mariposa. I didn't want to kind of go crazy and start trying to mount a single coil in the neck or anything like that. But, like I said, this was my opportunity to rethink what I was doing. And I decided to go for one of those P90s in a humbucker enclosure. My thought process there being, I much prefer single coils overall. I know that P90s have a kind of fatter, rounder sound, but while retaining that kind of clarity and top end that you get with a single coil. So maybe that's the better option, right? Seymour Duncan make the Fat Cat P90 in a humbucker enclosure. I was able to source one in gold for a pretty reasonable price. So that was ordered along with a Seymour Duncan custom humbucker. I went with the custom because I listened to a couple of comparisons against like a JB. The JB is a bit higher output. I think it's around 16, 17k. The custom's around 14k. So I still have that option of, pushing the amp a bit harder with the bridge pickup. But the sound demos I listened to on YouTube really showed that the custom kind of brought out the high end a little bit more than the JB. The JB could sound a little bit muddy, a little bit mid-pushed maybe. So that's what I went for. It's a 4-conductor cable version of the pickup. I haven't wired it that way at the moment. I haven't wired it with any splits or anything at the moment, but it does give me options in the future. The one I bought was actually just a black uncovered pickup. So I did buy a Seymour Duncan gold cover, and I actually pinched the pole piece screws out of one of the original pickups from the Mariposa to replace the silver pole piece screws and really get the look. So I did contemplate putting it in just as an uncovered humbucker, but really, like I say, I wanted to retain the original look of the Mariposa. So the next lot of footage is me picking up from where I left off on that Saturday and putting in the new pickups that had arrived and were ready to go in. I didn't film assembling the humbucker with the pickup cover and the screws because it's just boring and it took ages, but I did film everything else, wiring it all up and what have you. And yeah, that's coming up next, so check it out.
emotions running high. Yeah. She's a beautifully colored bird in a deep blue sky. The kaleidoscope of colors, I've got nothing but love for a psychedelic woman. She's a psychedelic woman.
after all that work, I quickly went and tested the guitar, making sure that the pickups were working, making sure that they worked on each selector position, all that kind of stuff. And I put it all back together and kind of went to really try it out and give it a go. And that's when I noticed that, you know, it was mostly working, but we did have some problems. So somewhere along the line, I'd missed something out. We were getting a lot of earth noise, and a lot of the kind of high end was clearly going to ground at some point. So the pickups were not sounding right at all. A lot of buzzing. And at that point I was like, I need to take a break. I'd been working on it for ages. I just needed to put it away and come back to it another day. I had put it all away and was trying not to think of it for a while, but my brain was going and I was thinking and I was like, my plan to use some of the existing wiring perhaps wasn't the best approach, right? And a lot of it I stripped out. Like, I did take out the circuit board completely in the pots, but I tried to use the existing wiring from the switch, as well as some of the existing wiring on the jack socket running to an earth point. And they were clearly doing some things slightly differently to accommodate for that circuit board. What I should have done is just gone with my initial instincts and ripped it all out and started afresh. So after all that thought, I was pretty sure what the problem was. I was convinced it was a problem with that selector switch. It's a little different from your typical Fender or Gibson selector switch, and it wasn't one that I was familiar with or worked before. I think I showed it in one of the previous videos. I'll try and put that clip in again here. But the ground was actually coming from a little plate that the jack is mounted into, and then the ground just kind of screws into it and then into the guitar itself and runs as a separate cable. And then the wires that run to the bridge and neck pots were on the switch itself, as well as the wire that runs to the output jack. The wires that I ran to the pots and the output jack were actually originally running to the circuit board, and the wire itself was a 2-core wire. Weirdly though, at the switch end it was only connected with the hot cable. On the circuit board end, it had a ground and a hot cable connected to the board. And this is where I think all the problems were coming from, or at least I thought anyway. So my thought process was, right, let's take them out completely now and wire them with some new cable. I'd bought some kind of cloth covered wire to use for the project that I actually didn't use at all on the initial wiring. So I went back in and rewired that switch, desoldered the existing cabling, soldered in some new cabling, one to each of the pots and one to the output jack, and then tested again. Still problems. And thinking on it some more, and it occurred to me, obvious problem, I hadn't earthed the pots. Now I don't know if that was what the problem was to begin with. It may well have been. But I think I did the right thing redoing that wiring on the switch anyway, because it did make it a bit more kind of clear to me how the wiring was working. And it'll also make it a lot easier in the future if I want to swap pickups again. But anyway, I did that bit of earth wiring. I also rewired the jack, got rid of the additional wiring that was in there, made it nice and simple. And it worked! I was so chuffed with myself. I've done it before, but every time I do this, I'm like, oh, I'm going to screw this up really bad. I was really worried about damaging the guitar. Thankfully, I've managed to do this whole thing without leaving any marks on the guitar. I didn't burn it. I only burnt myself once in the whole process as well. So, yeah, I was just chuffed that I managed to do it and get it all working. So I did go and test it, obviously, before I kind of really put everything back together. But tested it. I was happy that everything was working. I put everything back together. So that brings us up to present day. The guitar's all back together. It's back in use. It's out on my stand and I'm playing it on the regular again. I've plugged it in a few times now. I'm still getting used to how it sounds now with these new pickups. I don't think I'm really at the point yet where I can really give you a verdict. I think overall I do prefer it and I do like it. But I haven't really sat with it long enough yet to be like, yeah, these are the pickups that are staying in it. But yeah, we'll do some sound samples like I promised. We'll do a couple of side-by-side clips. I'll use the clips from the part 1 video and just do, a comparison of neck, middle and bridge to kind of show what it sounds like now. It's not going to be an exact match on settings because, I'm not really that interested in showing, the exact differences between the two. I'm more an overall feel of what the guitar sounds like now. So we'll put those in now, check them out, and yeah, let me know what you think about it in the comments. What do you think? Do you think the guitar sounds better now with these new pickups? Did you prefer how it sounded before? Let me know in the comments. Overall, I'm pretty pleased so far. Like I said before, I still think I need to sit with it a bit longer, play it a lot more, do a lot more tweaking with my amp and my pedals and what have you to really kind of decide whether these are the right pickups going forward. But what I am glad about is that, you know, I have rewired it now. It is in the position where it'll be a lot easier to change pickups in and out in the future if I want to. So maybe I'll experiment a bit more. It was quite daunting, I'm not going to lie. Like I said a couple of times now, I have done this before, but usually on much cheaper instruments or instruments that are road worn in some way, relicked in some way, so I'm less concerned about damaging them. I really want to keep this guitar looking quite nice. It's that kind of guitar, right? So I was very concerned about damaging it. I'll probably reduce the resale value significantly by taking out the original components, but I am keeping the pickup, so if I ever decide to move it on, which is extremely unlikely, I can always put the original pickups back in at least. Maybe not the circuit board, because, you know, I'm terrible at soldering. But look, it was a really fun project. I really enjoyed doing this. I like to get stuck into this kind of thing. I like to be able to rely on myself to do these kind of mods and, you know, fix up guitars, change stuff on guitars without having to take it to a tech. So, you know, I'm always going to give it a go. And I knew that I had the option that if I really screwed it up, I could take it to a tech at the end of the day. I want this channel to be more than just gear reviews. I love doing gear reviews, don't get me wrong, but I want to cover more stuff. So, you know, if you did enjoy watching me mod this guitar, then let me know in the comments, like the video and all that good stuff. That about wraps things up. It's probably quite a long video, this one, so apologies. And thanks if you did stick around to the end. If you didn't check out part 1, I don't know why you watched part 2, but if you didn't, then you can check that video out. Not over there, over there. I'll link it here. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.